Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I figured I would do a walk around and review of the 2023 Nissan Murano Midnight Edition. So with the Midnight Edition, of course, you get everything blacked out. You get the rims blacked out. Usually I've seen these with the Nissan logo blacked out on the grille, but you get the grille that is black instead of chrome. And then of course you get the badges that are blacked out, as you can see, Midnight Edition. And yeah, this car is the outside is pretty dirty, but it was I got this as a loaner car as my 2023 Nissan Frontier gets fixed, because the back door latch broke on that thing. So I've had this thing for about 6 days. One thing I noticed is it does have LEDs on the mirrors for turn signals, and it also has heated mirrors. So coming in the car, you don't need to pull the key out. You just put your hand here and you can hit it once to unlock it, hit it twice to unlock all doors, and then hit it 3 times to lock it. So opening the door, we get the logo, same Murano, that glows in the dark, so at night it glows. On the door we got your blind spot monitoring light, so if someone's on the side of you, this glows orange. We got both front doors, both front windows are automatic down and up. The rears, you have to hold them to roll them down and roll them back up. Power mirrors, power door locks. You got your mid-range speaker on the bottom, along with a cup holder and some storage. So surprisingly, both driver and passenger seats are power. So you got power to go forward, back, and then move the back of the seat up and down. And then you do got lumbar support. On the floor mats, it does say Murano Midnight Edition. So yeah, it looks like the previous person must have drove this thing in the dirt or something, because the interior is a little not clean, but that's all right. So coming in over here, you got your traction control to turn it off. This right here is weird. I thought this was like my Frontier, where this usually beeps at you if there's a car by you, on the side of you, when you turn your signal light on and whatnot. But no, actually this button is like a lane departure. So if you turn it on and you're driving over the white lines, the car actually moves you back into your lane if you turn this on. So it must be different. The gas cap is lockable, so you got to press this to unlock it. And open your hood. Your brake is right there. It's not, I mean, that's cool. This car doesn't have an electric e-brake, because those are annoying. So it is push button start. I'll go ahead and start it up for you. Actually, we'll watch that again. So I guess we'll go over the features. This button we can use to toggle through some of the features. This is for your radio, which it's on Bluetooth, so it's not going to show anything now. Average MPG is 24 miles per gallon. I noticed this car is actually just as bad as my Frontier. It doesn't get any better gas mileage than the Frontier. Now this car does, I believe this car has a 3.5 liter V6, which it's supposedly it's 270 horsepower, but you know, it doesn't feel that fast, but it does move out of its own way. So let's go into settings. You got driver assist, you got lane departure, blind spot working or monitoring, Parking aids, that's if you're backing up. The car will beep at you if you are close to hitting something. Emergency brake. This car is idiot proof, so if you pull all the way to the front and let's say you almost hit this curb up here, the car will stop itself. As well as if you're backing up, if you're going to hit like a sign or something, the car just stops itself so you don't hit it. Customized display. So this, you can change your information on here. Car color icon. I thought this was cool. This is kind of your welcome effect. You can choose which vehicle you want, which color, and of course the welcome effect when you turn the vehicle on. Speed dependent, remote start. This is just to remind you about your oil changes and whatnot there. Clock. Also, I guess it has key linked memory settings, so depending on what key you have, I guess you can save what position your seat will be in for that person. So that's kind of cool. Looks like that's going to be all the settings. Now for the radio, this is basically almost like my Nissan Frontier. It's got the same type of setup. It has a Sirius XM, which just went out. You got your FM radio.
Goes real right. The Brothers Van Halen. There's Out for Teacher. Brothers the name.
I gotta say the stereo sounds good. Of course, it doesn't have as much bass as the Frontier. The radio in the Frontiers sound pretty good. But this is gonna be basically the same type of radio that is in my Nissan Frontier S. It's got the same settings, and I don't know why Nissan doesn't let you update this radio like over Wi-Fi, kind of like how Fords do. And even in the Nissan Frontier Pro 4X, they kind of have a different, it's kind of the same radio, but it has different software on it, and it allows you to, of course, connect the radio to the internet to update it. But this car does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and I believe it does not have wireless Android Auto, but it does have wireless Apple CarPlay. So if you want to use Android Auto, you can plug it into the USB-C or the regular USB. And surprisingly, this car actually has a line-in output for an aux. My Frontier does not have that. Over here, we got your 12-volt lighter. Over here, we have our digital dual zone climate control, which is cool. So that's dual zone and digital. We have our heated seats for both left and right seats. This is going to be the center console. You do got a lot of space to put a lot of stuff in there. Surprisingly, for this being a option, like the full option model, it does not have a sunroof, which I thought is kind of weird, but oh well. You can stick papers to this. You do have a vanity mirror. Over here, I wish I had this on my Frontier. The older Frontiers have this. You can put your sunglasses in there. Of course, this car does have LEDs from the factory. Come on, Nissan, why don't you put LEDs in the Frontier S's from the factory? I already had to do that upgrade. You got your oh shit handle right here, and your passenger one is right there too, in case you want to drive like a maniac. Of course, we have our camera system up here behind the mirror. And we also have auto dimming mirror, which I do like that. If someone has their brights on behind you, this mirror will automatically dim itself. This is for your cruise control. I forgot what they call it, but on your cruise control, it will automatically slow itself down if somebody pulls out in front of you, or speed itself up. So that's kind of how that works. And of course, if you want to turn that feature off, you can always just hold down the cruise control and you can use regular cruise control. At least that's how my Frontier works. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe you gotta have the car on, but that's that. I gotta say, these seats are extremely comfortable. This is the most comfortable seat I've ever sat in a car. Coming to the back, we have a lot of room back here. We got our power window, a little cubby, and of course you could put a drink there. And I gotta say, there is a bunch of room back here, and honestly I would not mind sitting back here because it is pretty roomy and comfortable. And this seat is like all the way back. Like, I have that seat like all the way back. So there is a bunch of room back here. Back here you can charge your phone, USB-C, USB-A. You got your air vents, which you can just close and open. So these are not independent. If you close them, both air vents are closed. I got a couple more cup holders back here. I don't know if that's normal or not, but it looks like that kind of came apart. Like I said, this is a 2023, so it's not new, but it is kind of a new shape. It's only got 1,000 miles on it, around like 1,300. Now here's the key. You got remote start, lock, unlock, and panic. And yeah, it is a 2023 SL. Wait, that's weird. It says S. They put it as a SL, but it's a SV. You have to stick your hand right there to open the trunk. It does not have a popper on the key fob. You got the Murano. It says Murano there. Kind of cool. Spare tire. And of course, if you put these back seats down, you'll have a lot of room for storage. Power seats on the passenger side. You have the lock and unlock power window. It's not bad. It ain't that bad. It's pretty comfortable. Now, from what I can tell, on this seat, you cannot move it up and down. It's stuck at one position. So that's kind of weird. But I still have a good amount of headroom. Here's your glove box. Which in here, it looks like all we have is our registration. So either somebody jacked the company's owner's manual, or maybe they just took it out. Who knows? It looks like they paid $60, $62 to register this thing. But other than that, I mean, dashboard is, you know, it's got that rubber plastic feel. But this feels pretty quality. This is like aluminum. It doesn't feel like it's plastic. kind of aluminum. It could be fake though. Maybe it could be plastic, but it's like a hard plastic. You got your piano black on the radio. And of course, this does have auto lights. Now, when they said, "Hey, we got a Nissan Murano, you can use as a loaner," I thought, "Ah, damn, that thing's got a shitty CVT transmission, and those things are annoying." But I gotta say, these CVTs, I used to hate them. I used to drive a company vehicle that had a CVT, a Nissan Versa, and I gotta say, those cars are trash. At least the old ones. The new ones are all right. But yeah, the CVT is actually not that bad in this car. It does have hood struts. Here's your V6 engine. It does look pretty small, and it looks like it would be kind of difficult to work on. The front spark plugs are right there. I can only imagine trying to get to the back spark plugs on this thing. Yeah, you'll have to pull the upper intake manifold, because the intake manifold covers the back spark plugs. But that's about it. Battery doesn't look difficult to change out. It doesn't have all that crap that they put on the battery, kind of like Buick with all those sensors. And it doesn't say what type of oil you use on this engine. At least I don't see it. CVT. It does use the new R1234YF Freon in it. My guess is it probably uses 0W20 like the 3.8 liter Frontier. It does not. Oh, there it is. 0W20. Yep, I was correct. It uses basically water as oil. Thin stuff. It does have your running lights. Otherwise, this car is pretty basic. You know, it does have some cool features. But alright guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on this car. This thing probably has fake dual exhausts. Alright though. So, I wouldn't say I recommend it. It's a Nissan with a CVT. But hey, if you're looking for something to get you by for a few years, I definitely recommend it. It does drive pretty good, and it has comfortable seats. Thanks for watching.